Deep in the heart of the High Peaks Wilderness is a land not many people know about. The largest tract of trailless mountains in the Adirondack Park. Vast and desolate, this land has yet to succumb to the touch of humanity. A glimmer into times past of the rugged and forever wild that is the Adirondack Mountains. 5 major peaks reaching up to 3,877 feet. The first ascents of these mountains were made by Bob and George Marshall and their guide Herb Clark. They respectively summited these peaks during August of 1925, only 96 years ago. Since then, only a handful of people have ventured to their summits, leaving these woods virtually the same. In this video, I venture into this wilderness in hopes to capture these mountains in a way like no one has before. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to what do I say?
Jonathan, welcome back to my YouTube channel.
It's been so long. But we are here at the Seward Range Trailhead, and when I say we, I mean me and Cameron. Say hi.
Hi.
And today is something special. I feel like I say that every single video, but guys, this is the beginning of the next level of my channel. I got my new camera. As you can tell, it's in 4K. I hope you liked that intro, a little bit voiceover of the context. I'm testing this out, new battery, everything. It's all brand new stuff, right? But we're here at the Seward Range Trailhead. Why, you may ask? Not to hike the Seward Range. Today we are doing something that probably a majority of you didn't even know existed. Something called the Sawtooth Mountains. That is here in the Seward Range. If you look on the map right here, there is the Sawtooth Range is right there. It's just northeast a little bit of the Seward Range. It's still High Peaks Wilderness. But why are we doing this, you may ask? I'm currently trying to do the Adirondack 100 highest, and there's 5 mountains in this range, Sawtooth 1 through 5. The highest one, formerly known as Raker, and Sawtooth number 2, known as Cutter Peak. I've been planning to do this for quite a while, and obviously this is a trailless mountain, so I want to just give some quick context to what we're doing and why I'm doing it as well. This is a bushwhack. I'm not here to necessarily give the spiel like, this is for experienced people, don't do this, blah, 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 blah. This video is about my experience. I am not here to showcase these mountains right here and to get people to go into the Sawtooth Mountains at all. That's not the point of this. I'm on my journey. I want to document this, and no one has ever documented the Sawtooth Mountains in a format like this ever. There's been maybe a couple hundred people who've ever gone up to those mountains, and you know, they document their journey through photos and stuff like that, but this is me taking you guys firsthand into this area. I am going to respect as much as I can the art of bushwhacking through this video, and I'm not here to disclose a bunch of, you know, whatever. Again, this is the journey. We are very, very well prepared. Also, I'm very experienced, you know, relatively. We have every single thing from, what?
Come on, give yourself some credit.
Okay, I'm a pretty experienced bushwhacker, and there's a lot of bushwhacking that I do that is not on camera that I just don't show people. So we have multiple forms of GPS. Obviously, I got my Garmin InReach here, map, compass, phone, you know, whatever you want to say. I also photographically memorized the entire Sawtooth Mountain Range and where we're going and everything, so I could probably even do this with even out a map and compass. Still bring a map and compass, but we're probably not going to really touch it. So essentially, throughout the day, I'm going to show you what we're doing, why we're doing it probably, as in just bushwhacking, because I'd love for some of you to know like what goes into bushwhacking as well. So this is also an educational video. I know this has been a long intro. We're gonna actually attempt to be the first people ever to sunrise Sawtooth number 2, which no one has ever done in history apparently. And I've researched the heck out of that, at least for documentation purposes. No one's ever done that. And that's hopefully we're gonna have good weather to do that. I have my GPS downloaded on this. I also do have it pre-downloaded on my phone, and I use a very reliable app source to track that as well. And I'll also be tracking it on my watch. Real quick, I want to say thank you to all of the people who signed up for the membership program, Cascade or Marcy. You guys are awesome, and I really appreciate it so much. Being able to have the Zoom meeting, the giveaways, and all this other stuff so far in the exclusive videos. So if you guys aren't signed up for that, I would recommend doing that because there's gonna be some awesome stuff. Even a discount at Wyatt's Tex-Mex, and even discount off of my photographs and all this other stuff. So you can check that out on my channel. Link is in the description. And my new merch line and all this other stuff. I could be plugging all this stuff, but there's a ton of stuff in the description below that you can check out links and whatever. So with that being said, I think it's time that we get rolling.
Yeah, let's go hike.
Cameron, why do we sign in?
So the rangers can find our bodies.
It's true, but it's also because we want to, the DEC wants to know how many people use the trail, so that's why it's important to sign in. They can get trail information. It's also helps with your safety and areas like that. Dude, what are you doing, bro? Leave no trace. We're going to be making our way past the Ward Brook Lean-To, which is pretty much right before Seymour, but we're going to actually pass Seymour and continue like 1.5 miles past that. Like I've said in the voiceover, this is the largest tract of trailless mountains in the Adirondack Park. It's nuts, right? I've been waiting to do this for quite a while, and I'm on the journey to do the 100 highest. I'm not sure how much of that I'm gonna vlog. I already have an idea of a bunch of incredible content that I'm gonna be bringing your way. It is 8:45 a.m. Karen, how you feeling, man?
Incredible. Getting out into the Sawtooth Mountains. Been planning this for months.
Cameron has some bushwhacking experience too. Also has a love for the history of these mountains as well. He's also gonna be my new roommate, so you're probably gonna see him in a lot more videos. So remember his face when you go out on the trail? So we're gonna actually be on this for like 6 miles, but this is actually the Blueberry Trail, AKA the Ward Brook Truck Trail. So I'm not gonna show too much of this part because this isn't what you're here for. I also just want to reiterate, you obviously saw a drone shot in the beginning. I did purchase a drone, however, I am very responsible with the drone, and I can assure you that any drone shot you see coming from my channel, which you will be seeing a lot of them, are legal. Some of them might look crazy, like, bro, you obviously flew that in a wilderness zone. I've done my homework, so don't worry. You don't have to worry about flying a drone where I'm not supposed to be flying it, all right? So just to give people an idea for my footwear, I'm wearing Gore-Tex Solomons with gaiters on and pants. I don't normally wear pants, but we're bushwhacking and I don't want to bleed a lot. Also, I'm wearing very water repellent socks. I would totally insist on people looking into straying away from wool when it comes to wet days, because wool, even though it's comfortable and it breathes well, they absorb water like no tomorrow. Cameron is showing a prime example of rock hopping. If you can avoid the mud, but if you have to, walk through the mud. We don't want to widen the trails. I think a lot of you know that. We are currently 2.85 miles in, coming up to 1 hour, almost halfway. We are here at the Blueberry Lean-To. Cameron just cranked out something here called Summit Snacks. Cameron,
trademark name by the Sugar Fairy Bakes. She's a Mechanicville local baker. Check out sugarfairybakesllc.com.
Link in the description.
She does these once a month, so get ready, order your batch. So these are 250 calories each. It's like a Cliff Bar, but there's 0 refined sugar. Everything's local, and
his mother.
Yeah.
So check that stuff out. They honestly are so tasty, and they do wonders for just efficiency and just popping it in your mouth and going and
I
having
3 of these for the Great Range Traverse, and that's it.
All right, here is the Seymour Cairn turn off. By the way, Cairn is 1 syllable. I don't want to hear any of this Karen stuff, okay? We are, I want to say, approximately 1.5 miles from our turn off. We have to go past Lean-To number 4. But yeah, we're 5.6 miles in, and we have to go right about to the 7th mile mark. Here is Lean-To number 4. You actually have to walk through to stay on the trail. We are 7 miles in on the dots, and this is our entry point. From here on out, we're gonna be by ourselves, assuming no one else is doing the Sawtooth range, which I'd be shocked if there was. So from here on out, we're basically gonna be taking a drainage. Okay, we're gonna take a drainage that cuts us up to an unnamed pond. But if you look out here, here's our trail. That's it. And I wanna say we're gonna have approximately maybe around 6 miles of pure bushwhacking between now and when we get back to the trail tomorrow. And it's gonna be crazy. So I guess let's get to it. I should get a spiderweb remover 4000. We have approximately 1.5 miles through the woods here until we get to the top at a bearing of 65 degrees. What are you doing? We're gonna initiate our bushwhacking spectacles.
Safety mode.
Sam Perkins approved. We have now approached the drainage, which I have no idea what the name is, but essentially we have to follow this river up now. Sawtooth 5 is on this side, and this unnamed peak is here on the left. The one thing that sucks about following drainages like this is that the vegetation can actually be ridiculously thick on both sides, so sometimes you're weaving in and out of the river and it's so slow going. But we probably only have maybe a mile left, about half a mile into the whack, and this is where it's gonna start going uphill. Our current altitude is 2,500 feet on the dot. Summit of this mountain is just over 3,500 feet, and the top of this hill here to where we cut off to go up the mountain is at 3,200 feet. So we have 700 feet of climbing up the side of this mountain here. I know some people hate these things, but this also just kind of shows us that we are on the right path because of the survey tape. More tape. Just hitting 3,000 feet, 200 feet of elevation to go to hit the unnamed pond. The pond is just over there. That's the unnamed mountain, and then it's just over here, right beyond these trees. Dude, you stoked?
I'm ecstatic.
Wow. We do have a name for this lake. Since it's an alpine lake, we're gonna call it the Alpond. So it's gonna be hard for you to tell. If you can tell on the map, we're right there on the pond, and you can see the route goes up and curves down to the right, up to the summit of Sawtooth number 5, which is just up there. Now the reason why I have us going this way is I plotted it according to vegetation growth and how thick it was. There's another little pond just up north there, a little bit more. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know. We're just gonna kind of go back this way and just keep going that direction and see what happens. To show you here on my phone as well, you can see the slope shading as well here on Sawtooth 5 to our east. I still think we should kind of follow the curve a little bit, kind of bearing that direction, if that makes sense.
Goodbye.
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Oh. Possible moose track here. It's pretty big, 6-inch diameter. Second print right here, another print right there. You can barely tell, but yeah, there's definitely unless it's a 300-pound bunny rabbit.
Dude,
still following the prints, not of Bel Air, but of the feet of the meese. But forest is now opening wider. We're still following the moose tracks. Leave it to the meese to show the way. And I think our next pond is just over there. Oh yeah. And we get a clear view of Sawtooth 1, Raker Peak. And we can see the gully. I never talked about this, but there's a gully right here we're gonna be going to. That gully has some of the possibly largest glacial erratics in the Adirondacks. Maybe. But we're looking at them and you can see the cliffs from here too on the side. And dude, there's some ridiculous stuff, but we're going up there today. We're going all the way up there today. And also our mountain is right here behind us. Cam, what do you think?
This is incredible. Those boulders are 20 feet taller than the trees.
They are.
Easily.
Hey, is that a storm cloud?
Yep. It's the one that AccuWeather told us about, John.
Maybe. All right, onward to Sawtooth 5, first peak of the day. Fresh moose dung, right there. Look at that.
No way, dude. Ah, they're out here right now.
So we have now reached our prime ascent point. We only have a couple 100 feet here of elevation gain, and we'll be up there. There's also a sign up here as well. A broken one, I think. Pretty steep. Trees are now opening up much wider. We are cresting the very top here of our first mountain for the day, Sawtooth number 5. Also, like the 3rd shortest Adirondack 100 highest. I think it's like 97 or something like that. I think we got our top around 70 feet away.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
There she is.
Dude. Touch it. Same time. We did. Wow, bro.
He actually might be the youngest person to ever come up here.
Possibly.
You're 20?
19.
Oh, shoot. He's 19. Possibly.
We out here.
Good old PB&J. He's eating more Summit snacks. I'm just gonna chill up here for a minute. I'm gonna check the radar. Got some service up here. See what's gonna go down, and then from here we'll traverse back down the mountain, across the valley, and to the Dike Valley area to the west of Sawtooth 1. That's gonna be the highlight of the day. Sawtooth number 5. This is I think my 55th mountain for the 100 highest. I feel like I have more than that because I've done so many bushwhacks. But all right, we're gonna start heading down, and hopefully it's gonna be wide open land. Just keep going.
Oh, moose poo.
We're coming up to a marshland this direction. Pretty big marshland. The moose might have a habitat there or something. We are now in the marshland where the meese live. If we traverse this direction a little bit more, it'll get more wide open, and then we can have a good shot straight that way. There's the mountain we just came from. Again, there's Raker right there. It's gonna be our next peak. Clouds are looking nice, like Toy Story.
Unreal.
We are almost 10 miles in, 6 hours on the dot, 9.9 miles in. So yeah, we got a decent amount of distance to get to that, but hopefully it won't be radically thick. We'll see. We're finding random places like this where moose are laying down and sleeping. Dude, get off your phone.
Dude, get off the camera.
The woods here are just desecrated. And another half mile later, we're at the new marshland. Raker Peak right in front of us. Some huge cliffs. But we're gonna kind of walk this direction a little bit and then cut around this to the left. So to give you guys a great understanding of where we're going, I don't know why it's looking that color, but if you look here, do you see those gigantic rocks? That's where we're going. This valley is ridiculous. So we're gonna go check out all those boulders and the cliffs there and see what it's like. So we're gonna hit the left side of this chasm here and try to find those gigantic erratics towards the top. We are 7 hours in, 10.6 miles. It is 3:40 p.m. Dude, put your phone away.
Put your camera away.
I do want to give a shout out to Sam Perkins. I do want to give a shout out to Sam because he's the one who inspired me to go to this direction on these mountains because of these erratics and this chasm. I don't know if that's the right word, but this valley that we're going to enter into here. This is for you, Sam. Starting to get a phenomenal view. Yeah. It's pretty thick through here. Look at those cliffs. Probably never before climbed by rock climbers, ever. We're gonna see if we can climb this slab a little bit, get somewhat of a view. Yeah, just kidding, we're not gonna go up that, but he did find some wild blueberries. We're gonna go back to the altitude, the elevation rather, of Sawtooth number 5. We are coming up to the first erratic now. It is right in front of me. All right, this thing definitely made us work for it. We're gonna go around the back here and see if we can find a way up. Now, they look gigantic on satellite, but I don't know. Well, yeah, there's a way up right here, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah. So this erratic is pretty big. So yeah, the erratic right here is probably the size of like 18 feet tall, 30 feet wide. It's not insane. And that guy right there is a more narrow one. We're not going up to him. But here's our mountain right in front of us. We're gonna curve we're gonna go this direction through the valley here, and then kind of come up the backside from behind there, where the vegetation is a lot less dense. But we're out here. That's Sawtooth number 5, right there. You got Seymour as well, and you can see Emmons barely right behind there. Looks like we got some pockets of thunderstorms probably going to come hitting us here in an hour or so. So I'd say let's just get our way to the summit.
Sounds good.
All right, this is where we're going to start going up. It's pretty vertical. Whoa, jeez. We got to do what we got to do. Let's get up there. Thunderstorm's coming in. This guy's pretty steep.
Yes, sir.
On my map, I had Sawtooth 1, another 200 feet down the ridge from us right here. Dude, dude, put your phone away.
Every time.
For the record, I don't actually care that he has his phone out. So before we get demolished by this rain, I'm gonna come over here and check out the view, or at least what we have of it, and see what's going on. All right, there we go. Seymour. Rain, Santanonis, McNaughton, Sawtooth number 3. Radar check. Maybe this cell right here will go to the north of us, but I would be shocked if we don't get hit at any point. So, you want to stay up here for it?
No, let's get out.
Okay, same. Bye, buddy. All right, we got a pretty long traverse to get over to Sawtooth number 2 now. We're gonna get wet, but we have the trees to protect us, so. That's a really gnarly descent, so hopefully we'll get down that safe. I'm gonna put my raincoat on now. All right, my pack cover isn't really fitting well, but we are
It can't work.
as good as we're gonna get, I guess. There's Sawtooth 2, and well, there's a left summit and a right summit. We're going to there. We have to go all the way down there as well, all the way down there. We are now down from the steep part, and we're going a direct shot now to a water source that I have waypointed checkpointed, whatever, on my map. It is my estimation that it is a water source based off of my understanding of the topography and the drainages. So we will hopefully refill there. Jeez. After half an hour of that, the woods have now opened back up. Cameron's realizing he's lost a lot of things.
My hat and my backpack cover.
Yeah?
To the woods.
Yeah, and you also broke your vape.
Yeah, well, we don't want to talk about that.
Oh. And you left your long sleeve in the car.
That's true.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, sucks to suck, boys.
We're back in the moose print territory now, pretty. Alright, here's our water source. Wow, I barely got here and I didn't even know that. So, we gotta hurry up though, because that storm's coming in fast. And also, I'm actually gonna put my camera away, like right now, so you're not gonna watch me fill this. I guess we'll see you at the campsite. Oh gosh, I hope it's not gonna soak everything, man. See you then. We are taking cover here.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Cam.
Yo.
Yeah, underneath this rock. There's a lot of lightning, but it's very, here's the actual light. Right about here is actually how bright it is out here. So, we just might wait out the storm a little bit. It's 6:55. Obviously, I'm a little blurry, but I'm hungry, man. Beef stroganoff is on dinner. So, alright, we're just gonna wait this out a little bit. We only have maybe half a mile of traversing left to go. We are out here. Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, Cameron?
This hammock has restored my humanity.
Yeah, it's been pretty rough getting here. We are at 3,495 feet, in case anyone cares to ask, so you know that we're legal. Sun is going down, double hammocking, using a smaller rain tarp. Hopefully it'll be fine. And we're just gonna wing this out, see what happens, and I'm gonna cook some food here. Guys, this is the end of this video, okay? Part 1 is tomorrow. If there is no part 2, sorry, part 2 is tomorrow. If there's no part 2, then that means plans change tomorrow, and I'm actually gonna be ending the video tomorrow, and it's gonna continue. So I don't actually know what's gonna happen, so I guess we'll see. We are probably less than a quarter mile from the summit of Sawtooth, number 2. But thanks for watching, guys. All right, we're gonna make some food, and we're just gonna end it right here.
Good morning.
How was that?
Cold, but I slept.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting night. Now, obviously, I don't think there's a part 2. If it's not a part 2, well, thank you for watching this very long video. I hope you're enjoying it. We're packing up. We're trying to get up the Sawtooth 2 now for sunrise. Hopefully there'll be one. Pants are soaked, and you might be asking, well, Jonathan, if your pants are there, where are your pants? And well, yeah. Anyways, boots are soaked.
Everything's soaked.
But our spirits are high and dry.
Sure.
Oh, nice.
Oh, ow.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Made some tea. Lens is a little foggy. Oh well. Actually, I should let it acclimate. We have about 25 minutes till sunrise. It's actually looking quite promising. Alright, as the famous TikTok song goes, into the thick of it. Also, I lost my glasses back at the cave, and so I don't have those anymore. Cameron still has his. We're just gonna get up there. Alright, so one tip for all you bushwhackers out there. Plotting the route is by far the most important step, obviously. You can't just pick which way you think is the shortest or whatever. You have to study growth patterns, the infrared structure of the forest. Topographic lines are very important. And drainages. Knowing which drainages to take. Because this, nice, wide open, and this was methodically sought out before I came here. It's important to know what you're doing before you get there. We're about to hit the nipple here, which is the most predominant graphical feature of this mountain, straight up to the rock. This is the top. We're not in a cloud. The lens is just foggy. Here's the top. I think this is the true summit right here. I think the rock is right here. Here we are. Sawtooth 2, Adirondack first, sunrise.
We did it.
No one in history, reported history, has ever been up here for sunrise. Doesn't look like much, I know, but see that glow? There you go. Cameron, what do you think?
This is absolutely incredible. We've been playing this forever, and it's perfect.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Jonathan, how do you know you're the first person to be up there for sunrise? Well, let's consider the fact that there's only been maybe 100 people ever to come up here, okay? Maybe a little bit more, right? The amount of people who are going to actually come up here for sunrise, camp out here, cuts it down absolutely drastically. I asked 3 of the greatest modern day bushwhackers up here, and they all said they don't think anyone's ever been up here for sunrise. They told me that, okay? So when you take the ratio of things like that, the difficulty and the expert opinions, and the fact that no one has documented it, even if they have been, this is at least the very first public documentation of the sunrise on Sawtooth number 2, which is probably the last tall mountain in the High Peaks Wilderness that has never been sunrisen. So here we are, making history, I guess. There's the Sewards right there. And there's the sun in all of its glory. Just made some oatmeal. Cameron's got some tea. And sunrise. Yeah. This is it. Alright, we are packing up now. This is Cutter Peak, remember that. Also, important thing. We are going to maybe go to number 4 or not. Its distances are kind of the same. It all depends on, it's going to rain at like 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
We have 5 hours. So thank you guys so much for watching this thus far. We're up here. We are out here. As the famous song goes, we're stuck where we are with no house, no car. We're castaways here in the mountains. So thanks for being here vicariously.
Ahoy.
It's going to be pretty steep and erotic. Wait, not the right word. It's going to be pretty steep getting off of this guy here. Slow going, just figuring out the best way down. Van Dorian, ampersand, Sawtooth 4. And that's where we might go. Pretty far. We have to get down here to this drainage though. And this is pretty nuts. Our goal is just to get down here right now, I guess, through all this thick chaos.
Lush vegetation.
Oh, nice. Off of the nipple, that was a pretty brutal descent getting down. Probably less than a quarter mile per hour, taking our time. Now we are at, these are Cameron's, we are at this drainage. Essentially this here will shoot us down, we'll drop 900 feet in elevation, and that will pretty much put us in between the 2 mountains. And we'll make a decision there if we're gonna hit 4 or not. At this rate, if this can actually be pretty wide open, and we're good, and we're not too drained, I think we might hit 4. We'll see though. It all depends on time though, because we don't want to be stuck in the rain again.
It's a whole mountain, bro. It's a whole mountain.
Okay. Why are you out here? Are you out here to hike valleys? He's looking at the map. He's trying to see how man enough he is.
Yeah.
He's trying to see.
Trying to decide if
we're just seeing how far away the other mountain is.
These are 2 options. So crazy. It's just that there's no trail. Topography is.
Did you really just say there's no trail? That's why? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Yeah, there's no trail.
Yeah, bro. I'm doing so good because we've been on this downhill.
Are we doing it?
I mean, yeah, we don't really have a choice.
I mean, we do, but if I was here by myself, I'd go. I think you're gonna be thankful you did once you're up there, and you have to go down. Once you're back to the car, you're gonna say you're glad you did it.
Dude, I'm just walking uphill through dense woods. It is what it is.
So we're gonna hit the mountain. Cameron has decided officially. We just ate some snacks, and we're just gonna push through. Hopefully the woods are gonna be a lot more open. I know this is getting to the end of the video, so I'm not gonna show too much at all. Maybe like 30 seconds or so during the next hour and a half for us. Probably get to the mountain. So let's just send it.
Let's beast it.
It's been an hour since we chose to start doing number 4, and we are just approaching the base here now. And we'll have approximately 9 contour lines, which is about maybe 350 feet in climbing, give or take, to the summit. We've done around 4,000 feet of climbing since the very beginning, all bushwhacking. And this will be our last climb of the day. Whew. Not surprised, but it looks somewhat like a herd path right here. Getting close, less than 100 feet now of ascent. Oh yeah, this is totally a herd path. Wow. Approaching the summit, an hour and a half in, like I predicted. There it is. Sawtooth number 4. Well, I'm gonna do the classic thing, and this is a lot easier for you. But I'm just gonna teleport you guys back to the car. Thank you guys so much for watching. Actually, I'll say the rest in the car here in a second for you. So, there it is. 4th peak of the day. And I'll come back later and get number 3 some other time. Whew! And 4 hours later, we are back at the trailhead, soaking wet. It's been raining for maybe an hour and a half. That was one heck of a climb out, guys. So many trees. But we did it.
Came out of the Sawtooth range, baby. That was perfect.
80K 100 highest, I don't even know. I'm at like maybe 58 or 59 now. I'm not exactly sure, but thank you, Cameron. Guys, it was absolutely ludicrous. So could you please like the video, share this video with your friends, maybe on the Backcountry Aspiring 46ers page too. And also, for those of you who are members, make sure to click the bell. Turn the bell notifications on. That way you're notified when I make a post about maybe giveaways, live Zoom chats, and all these other exclusive things so you can stay up to date and informed. I'm Jonathan Zaharek, guys. I got a lot more content coming your way. I'm super excited to be back and creating this stuff for you. So it's been a long video. Thank you so much if you stuck all the way in there. Thank you so much for watching. Keep on hiking, and we'll see you next time.
Done.